What's up, guys? It's Mike from Hawk Crypto and Tech, and today I'm going to show you how you can earn crypto by tracking airplanes. Let's get into it. Okay, so everyone's been asking me, Hawk, what is DPIN? Well, DPIN is decentralized physical infrastructure that allows you to put a device in your home or your office and allows you to participate in blockchain projects. Now, this particular company is called Wingbits, and I have the WB200, which allows me to track airplanes all across my area. Now, I live right by an airport. So for me, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna earn extra crypto. Now, let's get into the setup and let me show you guys exactly what it looks like. Today's sponsor is heliumdeploy.com. They went ahead and sponsored this video by sending me a free Wingbits WB200, and it is awesome. I really love this DPIN device. You can go here and get all the hardware for all your favorite DPIN projects, Demo, GeoNet, Helium, just to name a few. They do offer bulk purchases. You can use my promo code HCT25 for 10% off any order under $500. If you're new to DPIN and you want to do two projects in one, you can look at the MGW310. This is the new GeoNet and Wingbits device wrapped into one. Me, personally, I am going to separate them out to make two separate videos, but if you're interested, definitely look at heliumdeploy.com. Thank you so much. Let's get into the video. All right, YouTube. So I just got back from the airport. Now it's time to install the Wingbits. So for me, I'm mounting it on the east side of my house, which means that I have to come up here and run the cable down to the garage. So I should definitely put on a long sleeve shirt. There's a lot of insulation up here, and probably wear a mask. You guys don't want to breathe this kind of stuff in if you're working up in your attic. So be careful. A lot of this is fiberglass too. So if you have this in your attic, make sure you wear protective clothing. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, so as you can see, I did mount it to the side of my house. Unfortunately, I bought all the wrong stuff. So I don't suggest mounting it this way. I'm gonna have to redo this and go ahead and touch up the side of my house here. I did run the cable down, attached it to a 2x4 there because this angle would not allow me to set it up straight. So I had to put that there. Shout out to Chump Change who gave me that idea. And we went ahead and installed it. Now, this is functional, but it's not pretty. But I guess we're here for function over fashion, right? So wanted to show you guys how this is. It's clean-ish, but like I said, I'm gonna redo it. It just pains me to even make this video right now, but I wanted to show you guys exactly how this gets set up. Now, you wanna put the Wingbits as high as possible because like me, if you're close to an airport or there's an airport that's within a few miles of you, you really wanna receive all that radio signal. Now remember, this is public information that you're receiving. You're actually helping with data, so it's really cool. Wanted to show you guys the setup, finally got it outside. I went ahead and ran the cable down adjacent to that electrical pipe here. Now, it's a wired mess, don't judge me. Now, the Wingbits is split, so you have one Ethernet and one power connection, something I've never really seen before. So the power connection is right here. Hold on one second. Is right there. So I do have it connected to my Ubiquiti, and I did VLAN it as well. So make sure when you're connecting some of these DPIN devices, not saying that they're doing anything nefarious, but you want to make sure that you're VLANing it just for security because you really don't know what could be running through it. So if you have a networking setup at home, I highly recommend you do that. All right, so let's get into what the maps look like, and I'll show you guys exactly how to set up your Wingbits online. Guys, I really hope you're enjoying this video today. Please comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the Wingbits and tracking flights around the country. Do you think this will help improve safety? I definitely want to know what you think. Let me know. All right, let's continue the video. Okay, so here is the Wingbits portal. This is where you'll manage everything. Now, I already set up my Wingbits, and I really like the way that all this is laid out. I've already earned about 13 wings. And you can see your averages here. Obviously, I've only had it for about a day as of making this video. Now, if you're gonna register a station, what you have to do is you wanna go to the map up here and you wanna search your location. So let me show you how that goes. So for this example, I'm gonna use Branson, Missouri, because I know it's available. So what you would do here is you would go claim location, right? And then once it's claimed, you're gonna go to register new station. Now, you can go ahead and reserve the station. You hit I have read all the above, continue, and you register the location here. Now, I'm not going to move forward, obviously, because I'm not putting up a device in Branson, but once you get past this, you will go ahead and get the steps to registering your device. Now, one thing I will tell you is when you're setting up your device, it's going to ask you for a serial number. You want to use the SN/W serial number, not the SN/G that they mentioned in the setup. They do have a really good setup guide. I'll go ahead and attach the link in the description below. Don't be like me and set up your Wingbits already and then have to climb up there to get pictures of all the information. You can actually set it up before you mount it, and that's what they recommend. So while making this video, they went ahead and integrated the rewards in the portal, which is really cool. You just connect your Solana address. If you got a Phantom wallet or whatever you're using, you can easily connect it. It doesn't take long at all. Hit claim rewards, and boom, you're just stacking wings. Now, one thing to note, it says here, rewards are subject to change as tokenomics are finalized. DevNet rewards are for testing only. The total rewards on your dashboard will be distributed on a one-to-one basis. So one-to-one on mainnet. So if you get 100,000 wings, when mainnet comes live, you will get 100,000 real tokens. So that's important to note. And I'm glad that they're doing a one-to-one pay, not like some other projects that were doing like 500 to 1 and all this other stuff when they were in testnet. So this is the dashboard. I really like it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. So one question a lot of people are asking me is it strictly legal for you to track airline flights around the country? Wouldn't that be some sort of risk? Actually, it's completely legal, and most of the flights in the country are public record. So if someone has your airline flight, they could actually see exactly where you are in the sky. I do think it may be a little bit delayed for obvious reasons, but that data is recorded and public. Now, I did research it on Google just to give you guys a clear answer, and here it is. It states, yes, it is legal to track airplanes in the United States, including private jets, as flight data is generally considered public information. However, the FAA has implemented measures to allow private jet owners to request that their aircraft registration information be withheld from public view, making it harder to track them. Now, as you guys know, there's a good example of this. There was a kid that was tracking Elon's jet. Do you remember that? Started harassing him. So I'm actually kind of happy that the FAA did implement these rules to make it safer for people in private aircraft. Now, I will tell you that from the perspective of flight safety, I do think that this is a great idea. As you guys saw earlier this year, we had some plane accidents and a few people had lost their lives. This data could help improve flight safety in the airways because they're like highways in the sky. So just like in the car, we're on the highway, there's a risk of an accident. Although it's a lot less likely, there's still a risk of an accident in the air. And I think this data will help people be a lot safer in the air. So right now, it's not illegal to do. It doesn't look like it'll ever be illegal to do. And these devices like the WB200 from Wingbits, this is just a receiver. It doesn't transmit anything. So, and what they're doing with it is just probably selling it to either government agencies or private companies just to get more information. Data is like a whole economy in its own. It's really crazy. All right, let's continue. Okay, so this is the dashboard when you log into your Wingbits. Now you can see here that I do have Wi-Fi connected, but I have a bad Wi-Fi signal. That's because I have it plugged into Ethernet directly into my Ubiquiti switch. And that's how I'm giving it internet. But you can connect the Wi-Fi if you want, but it will always prioritize the Ethernet over the Wi-Fi because it's just a more stable connection. So when you get here, you could see your uptime. This was when I was programming everything here, but it's been online nonstop. Good to go. You go to your settings here, go to your network, and you can go ahead and configure your Wi-Fi if you have to use it. Now, there is another one here called Miner. I'm not going to show this screen because Wingbits recommends that you keep this very private. So you click this, you set up your name for your miner and all your personal information, and you're good to go. But go back here to device status, and you can see everything here. So pretty easy to set up. You can see all your stats. And honestly, I really like it. You can go to your graphs here. You can hit open tar and you can actually see the maps that you're connecting to. It's actually pretty dope. So give it a try.
Well, guys, I hope you liked the video. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. I gotta go. Peace.